In this video, we will discuss how to cut short the time to solve the aptitude questions. That is, how to get more marks in quantitative aptitude. In most of the competitive exams, we will be provided with a worksheet or rough sheet to solve and answer the questions. Now, I will tell you how to use that rough sheet effectively. Those rough sheet will be available mostly with the 4 pages. The thing is, we can allot a full page for writing certain things to remember which will be used effectively. So what are all the points? The first one is square roots. The second one is cube roots. Then equation solving techniques, formulas and fractions. The time that should be allotted for this each section should be 1 to 2 minutes for square roots and cube roots, 10 seconds for writing the equation solving techniques, 2 minutes for formulas and 15 seconds for fractions. That is, we should complete the whole task within 5 minutes. Now let's see what we should write in the square roots and cube roots section. See, in the square roots and cube roots section, just write the numbers from 1 to 50 to write the square root. It is necessary that you should write the square root up to 50 and you should know the cube root up to 21, minimum of 21. Okay, here I have written the minimum of 21. It is very tough to remember the cube roots, so it is recommended that you have to practice writing cube roots up to 21 repeatedly. But for the case of square root, it is very easy. If you are able to write the square root up to 25, then it is easy for us to write the square roots up to 50. How it is? See, the square root of 25 is 625. 24 is 576, whereas 26 is 676. 23 is 529, so 676 is over, so the next possible digit is 6 is over, so the next possible 7, so 729. 22 square root of 22 is 484. Here 7 over, so see 7 is not over, so we can write it as 784. Square root of 21 is 441. See, 7 is over, so then the next possible digit is 8, so 841. Likewise, we can write till 50. Okay, so you should take minimum 2 minutes to write these things. Okay, it will be very easy for you to solve the questions based on the square roots and cube roots. Okay, we can expect minimum 2 to 3 questions based on the square roots and cube roots. The next one is equation solving techniques. We may experience this kind of problems in the competitive exam, like we will be given 2 equations and we will be asked to find the relationship between x and y. What we have to do, we have to remember just these 4 steps. Okay, so the input signs are plus plus, minus plus, plus minus and minus minus. These are the possible input signs and this should be the respective output signs. See, in this given example, minus minus, so the 2 signs are minus minus, minus minus, so what should be the output sign? Plus and minus, so x will be plus and minus. Here y is plus and plus. See, so what should be the output signs? Minus and minus. Then we have to compare and it will be very easy to determine the relationship. Okay, so you should not forget these steps. Okay, see, plus plus, minus plus, plus minus, minus minus, the only thing is minus minus should come there and everything will follow the same. Okay, so the next one is formulas. There are certain formulas which we have to memorize to be efficient in the competitive exams. Okay, so I have listed few types of formulas. Okay, the first one is the formulas based upon the profit and loss topic. Profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. Loss is equal to cost price minus selling price. We all know this. Profit percentage is nothing but selling price minus cost price divided by cost price into 100. So loss is also nothing but cost price minus selling price divided by cost price into 100. Okay. False weight gain. What is the formula? Error by true value minus error into 100. Okay, these three are the most important one. If your question paper level is very difficult, then you can expect problems based upon a marked price and a discount. Okay, so what is the formula related to that? Discount percentage is equal to 100 into discount price by mark price into 100. Selling price is equal to 100 minus discount percentage by 100 into mark price. So only 5 formulas related to profit and loss, which will be very efficient for you to solve the problems based on this. Next one is simple interest and compound interest. Simple interest amount is equal to principal plus interest. Principal is P, interest is P/R by 100, we all know that, so we will get this equation. Okay, in compound interest, amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 the whole power n. It is n. Okay, this is for 1 year, and for the half yearly term, P into 1 plus R by 2 by 100 into whole power n. For quarterly, P into 1 plus R by 4 by 100 the whole power 4n. Okay, so it is very easy, right? The present worth of an object or of any item is x by 1 plus R by 100 the whole power n. So what is the x? X is nothing but sum of money. Okay, the next one is difference between simple interest and compound interest for 2 years is P the whole bracket R by 100 the whole square. Okay, so it is very easy. Then what about the mensuration? See, these are the few basic mensuration types which we can expect in the competitive exams. I have just listed few formulas. There are many other are there. Okay, square, area is a squared, perimeter is 4a. Rectangle, area is L into B, perimeter is L into B into H. Triangle, rhombus, quadrilateral, trapezium, so half into A plus B the whole into H. So what is this? A plus B is nothing but parallel sides. Okay, so this one is parallelogram, so it's nothing but breadth into height. Okay, in quadrilateral, half into D1 into D2, it's nothing but diagonals. Okay, and the next one here is given as cuboid, cube, cylinder, cone, sphere, hemisphere, frustum of cone, pyramid. Okay, so when it comes to cuboid, then it is not area, it is called as volume, right? So cuboid volume is L into B into H, and this one is surface area. Okay, so cube is a volume is L cube, surface area of cube is 6L squared. Likewise, similar for cylinder, cone, sphere, hemisphere, like that. Okay, so for hemisphere, frustum of cone, pyramid, I have listed only the volume. It is very necessary that you should not get confused between the terms of this formula. Okay, the next set of formulas is based upon train and boats. We can expect at least 2 to 3 questions based on this. Okay, so I've listed some of the basic formulas. The first one is train was stationary object. Okay, so stationary object may have length or without length. Okay, so first one is without length, the second one is with length. Then train was moving object. Moving means it can be either in same direction or in opposite direction. So this one is without length. When the moving object will have, when it has some length, then it will be 2 trains. Okay, consider like that. X minus y is equal to L1 plus L2, nothing but length of the train 1 plus length of the train 2 by time. taken by each of them to cross each other. Okay, x plus y is equal to L1 plus L2 by time. X and y are nothing but the speeds of the particular respective trains. Okay, 1 and 2. Similarly, for the boats, we use the term called upstream, downstream. Okay, here we have listed downstream formulas: x plus y kilometer per hour. Upstream is equal to, downstream is x plus y kilometer per hour. Upstream is x minus y kilometer per hour. Similarly, for boats, we used to call it as downstream and upstream. For downstream, x plus y kilometer per hour, which can be termed as A. For upstream, x minus y kilometer per hour, which can be termed as B. Okay. Then the speed of boat in still water can be written as half into A plus B kilometer per hour. So A is nothing but the downstream, B is nothing but upstream speed. Similarly, speed of the boat in stream is nothing but half is equal to A minus B. Okay, it will be very very helpful if you have written all these above formulas within this given time limit. Okay, then the last one is fractions. So fractions is the most confusing part you may ever face in the competitive exam. So it is necessary if you spend a few seconds to write these fractions, basic fractions, in that page, in the rough sheet. Okay, so half, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 5 till 1 by 9 is compulsory. Okay, but if you have some time before the starting of a competitive exam, then you can write till 20. Okay, the last 7 or 8 will be quite difficult, but if you have some certain practice in your home, then it will be very easy for you, so that you can complete everything within 10 seconds. Okay, so these are the things you have to make a note of it. Like, see, for example, this is the page. Okay, this is the rough page. See, here you can write the numbers, square root and cube root, and here you can write formulas. Okay, here you can write fractions, and here you can write that equation. Okay, if you don't have this enough space, then you can use this also. Okay, so plan accordingly. Use the first page of the rough sheet very effectively, so that it will be very useful for you once the exam has been started. So you don't have to waste your time by thinking or by solving each and every thing. It will be very easy, such that once you turn this page and you can easily locate that particular formula or particular solution. It will be very easy for you. It will be very time efficient. Okay, thanks for watching your video. Subscribe to my channel for further videos related to this. Thank you.